I just want to say thank you to all the new supporters of UGC Corner. It has been a blast reading all of your comments. And so today I want to introduce a new series where I am interviewing UGC creators to help you with your UGC business. You'll get time saving tips, advice on how to reach out to brands, and how to scale your business so that you can quit your 9 to 5 job. On the first episode of this series, I interview Mel from Australia. Mel worked on her UGC business for 1 year when she quit her full-time job. It took her 1 year to quit. She has experience in photography, marketing, and graphic design. She started her UGC journey charging $100 per video and now gets $220 per video. She focuses on the health and wellness space. This is why she decided to niche down.
I feel like I've always been very passionate about just becoming the best version of me. So I'm usually very mindful. I do my meditation, my journaling, you name it, I do it. And then when I started UGC, that was the first brands that kind of like popped onto my mind. And that's the ones I reached out to. And that's how I got my first few partnerships. That's how I got into it.
Did you think it was an advantage that you niched down into health and wellness?
I think so, yes. Just because it aligns with me and you can tell. Like, I'm not saying there's niches, that I wouldn't do, but actually there's niches I wouldn't do. Like, if it's something that doesn't align with me, I wouldn't do it just for the purpose of it. And that's what I feel like. It always helps if you're passionate about something because it's going to show and you're going to be able to be more authentic in your videos. So yeah, I definitely think it helps.
Do you think that the clients that you work with can see that passion and that's why they keep working with you? Like, have you gotten any feedback from them?
Yeah,
Yeah?
yeah, definitely. Yeah, they loved it. Like usually, so you know how if you have it in a contract and it says like we're gonna have say 2 revisions if there's some changes, and in the health and wellness space there was not a single one where they were like, "Can you do that again?" And I was like, "Oh, perfect," because I love it.
As a UGC creator, you definitely don't need to niche down to be successful. And especially at the beginning, you want to try different industries and see what you like. However, I believe that niching down is really the key to growing your business successfully. Here are 3 reasons why. First, you'll get better at creating content for that niche. You'll become an expert in that area, and eventually you'll be able to charge more per video because you are the expert. Second, you reduce your costs. You might use fancy props for your beauty videos, but you'll never use them for your tech videos. And you might have some very nice cutlery for your food videos, but you're never going to use them for your beauty videos. In the end, you're left with so many props when you're in so many different industries. And so when you niche down, you reduce the investment in your props. And third, you should work in the industry that you like the most. You'll be better at it, and as a result, you'll get long-term contracts and more testimonials. Is niching down the best idea for everybody? Probably not. But this is what Mel had to say.
Yeah, I think it's definitely an advantage. In the beginning, I was like, "Oh, shall I like just pitch every single brand from like say makeup, fashion?" But then I thought about it and I was like, you don't have to do it just for the sake of getting more clients. If you can actually find clients in your niche that align with you and that is actually something you're passionate about, if that makes sense.
I also asked Mel about the hardest thing she had to learn in her UGC journey. She gives 3 pieces of advice that you'll want for your UGC business.
So for me, in the beginning, I didn't film with my phone. I filmed with like a normal, Canon 60, really good lens because that's what I'm used to because I did photography and film in the past. And I thought this is what's going to be best for clients. It's like perfect quality, you have this like very nice depth to the videos. But then I figured real quick, no, 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 no. Like it can be good depending on what they're looking for. But say if it's for an ad, you want to keep it the most authentic to Instagram. And it's just not that authentic if you shoot like with a proper camera. So I was like, okay, I had to adjust to that. And I did. Got my new iPhone, was great. And now I'm just doing that. So I think that was a big thing, but also like doing more market research. Like people underestimate that you should look into your audience. Like you can't just film and think, oh, that looks pretty. That's not the purpose.
Okay, expand on that. Tell me what you mean by doing market research.
So you want to find out more about the brand before you start thinking about the idea you have for your video, right? So me personally, like I look into everything on their website. I go onto their Instagram. I see what kind of people are commenting. Like I try to, like I ask the brand, like, okay, so what's your end goal? Like where you want to go with that video. So I just get more insights. And I also know what is the target market from this company. Is it like mid 20 years olds, or is it people that are more holistic, for example, right? Is it people that are modern? Like what kind of people is it? How do I speak to them? Do I put lots of captions in it, or do I keep it super simple? So all of that, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and do you do the market research before you pitch?
Yeah, before I pitch. So I put that in my pitch usually. So I try to, like in the beginning, that's something I learned as well. You know, you try to pitch as many brands as possible. So you don't change much in your pitch. Like obviously you don't copy paste every single word, but you change a little bit, but the rest is pretty much the same. And I was like, okay, let's see how it goes. And I would send out so many emails every day. But now I started pitching more consciously because, again, that's something I'm passionate about, right? Like being aware, being conscious, being mindful with what I put out there. And for me, when I see people say, oh, you should pitch, say, 100 brands a day, which fair enough, like who does that? And then they come with their automation process. And I'm thinking, okay, but for me personally, that doesn't work. Like I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't sit there and I wouldn't automate something because in the end of the day, do you really want to work with that brand? Or are you just trying to get any client you can get? So I think it's important to do your market research before so you can find out where could I actually help this brand? Like, do they use Reels already? They don't. Perfect. Put it in the pitch. Why are you not using Reels? Let me help you with that. You know, like, oh, you just use graphics in your social media, on your social media. Why is that? Why can I not see any faces? Let's change it. Let's work together.
I asked Mel if she had more advice, and she said that all videos should have very good lighting, that you should keep your videos short and sweet, and don't add extra information if it's not necessary. And she also said that creators should be authentic. Authentic. I said authentic. That's a word that's often used around, just tossed in there. Can you define what an authentic video is to you?
For me personally, it's showing your personality. But when you look around and it's like some people I feel like are not genuine themselves, like in the videos, they try to come across another way. And I know that, like, I've started at some point too, right? Like with my photography back in the years, I'd be like, what is everyone else doing? I want to do that too. But you have to find your own way, and you have to remember that a brand is not booking you to do content like everyone else. They're booking you for you. So that's why you shouldn't focus on other people. Just be yourself. Like they either love you or they don't, but it's fine if they don't. You'll find someone else who loves you. So it's fine.
Ooh, okay. I don't know if you'll be up for this, so you can say no if you don't want. But can you act out someone who's not authentic in a video?
Ooh, how would I do that? I don't know. Oh, I can't. I wish I could, but I don't know.
I wish I had thought of that question before so that you could prepare for it.
I know.
Like,
I feel so off guard now.
This is a highlighter. It's my favorite highlighter.
That's actually so true. Oh my God. I use this every single day.
I use this whiteout every single day. Guys, you have to get it. You have to get it.
It will change your life. If you don't get this today, you're missing out.
This product is going to change your life.
Oh my God, this is so on point. I love it. It's
okay,
true.
We did it.
But you know what I mean, right? It's like, you can tell. And it's like, oh.
And then in the next video, they talk about how they never write anything on paper. You know, like.
Yeah, oh my God. Or like with makeup, like usually I never wear makeup. You just said you wear this every single day. What do you mean?
Okay, I think
very authentic.
I think that's a really good point, is that being authentic is also being consistent in your messaging. Like you as a brand, if you say that you don't wear makeup, And then you also say that you wear something every single day. It just doesn't work. It's not authentic.
It's like as if a vegan would take on a partnership with a meat brand or like a fast food chain. Why would you
Yeah.
do that? You're
Yeah.
vegan.
Yeah. So those are two great ways to be authentic is just to be consistent and also to be aligned with brands that are true to you and your personality. To wrap up this interview, I asked Mel if she wanted to leave extra tidbits of wisdom for you guys. In this next clip, she shares her opinion about those UGC creators that create $10,000 in their first week. She also gives her opinion about gifted collabs and how to make UGC work for you so that you can quit your full-time job.
I think don't give up. That's my biggest advice. It's not an overnight success. Maybe for some people it is. I'm not saying people are lying. They're probably telling the truth, but it's just not the normal day-to-day base where someone today decides being a UGC creator, sets their portfolio up tomorrow, and then on the first week they make thousands of dollars. I don't think this is a average that you should take to look up onto. So just stay consistent, don't give up, believe in yourself. I think it's a lot about self belief as well. Know your worth, even if you're starting. Like, and I think that's where opinions go like far apart as well with gifted collaborations. You know, some people say, no, don't do it. The brand is using you, like you're creating content for free. Even if you're starting, don't do that. And I'm thinking, no, like it's a great way if you want to work with the brand, right? Like if it's something that aligns with you, I'd be like, yeah, let's do it. And then you can still try to, you know, show them how much value they can have with working with you, and then you can still turn it around. So don't turn offers down if everyone tells you not to do it. Do what you feel is right. Don't look after others and just put in the work. That's important as well. Put in the work.
Thank you, Mel, for being on UGC Corner, and thank you for staying all the way until the end of this video. Here's a bonus clip of my interview with Mel of when I asked her what it was like to quit her full-time job for UGC.
Have to take some risks sometimes, you know, if you're always going to play it safe. Because I had two options at that point. I was like, okay, so if I don't quit, what's going to happen? Where am I going to be next year? And it sounds cliche, but it's true. You have to ask yourself, if you don't change something now, what is going to happen? Where are you going to be in a year? And I was like, okay, if I don't quit, I can still work and do UGC. You know how a lot of people do that, which fair enough. Like it's more secure. Like you don't have to worry about getting clients in. But I'm thinking, no, I'm all in or nothing. I'm very extreme, so that's what I do.
Subscribe for more UGC interviews and let me know who you think I should interview next.